Afternoon. Welcome to Interesting Talks with Footprints Counselling Service. Today's talk is going to be, this is why you should never judge a book by its cover. This is why you should never judge a book by its cover. Partway through the talk, I'll give you some examples of what you could do to stop yourself from falling into this trap of judging people by how they present themselves or your preconceived ideas. So as normal, like, share, leave comments on YouTube. On YouTube, there's a button you can press to notify you when my videos come out next. And on Facebook, there's a comment section where you can leave comments. I appreciate the comments, what I get, and I will definitely answer any comments that people give, and we'll take it from there. So judging a book by its cover. People judge people all the time by their covers. It's something people do every day without knowing it. Within the first 7 seconds, we've made our opinions up on people from when we've met them. We've got solid impressions of what they're going to be like and what to expect from them and what they're presenting, even though we don't know them. I mean, that's kind of like scary, but that's exactly what happens. Some research shows that we make up their traits, what we think of their traits, within the 10th of a second. Imagine that. We think whether they're somebody who's trustworthy or they're not trustworthy within a 10th of a second, which is a short amount of time. Is scary. So what I'm asking us to do is obviously stand back a bit and slow this process down. And let's take a minute to talk about covers. Covers can be your clothes, can be what you wear, obviously, what home you come from. But today's biggest cover in the world, as far as I'm concerned, is skin colour. Now I'm going to begin to talk about what I feel is the interesting part of this story. The very unique covers, i.e. everyone has something different about them. These differences are from what makes us friends with our friends, because if it was the same as our friends, maybe we might not get on with them. Good thought there to think about, isn't it? Now we all have special tools for life from our own experiences. Now take a minute to imagine that everybody was exactly the same as you. Scary, eh? Now jokes aside, you would already know everything about them, including what they're about to say next. So, it'd be like having a conversation in your head. So it's an advantage that everybody's different, because we can learn from everybody. But in reality, everyone has something about them that nobody else has. So why not give them a chance? Maybe, just maybe, you might even learn something from them, which, well, we're here. If we can't keep learning, then we might as well just give up. And let me talk about the big cover that people judge us by in today's world. I could say anybody guess, but I've already alluded to the fact. It's called racism. Yes, huge problem. It can be people judging you by the colour of their skin, by the country they come from, or even the accent that they speak with. Which, how can you tell how somebody is by the colour of their skin, the country they come from, or furthermore, the accent that they speak with? At times when I'm in a social setting myself, and you get to meeting with people and you're starting to talk about what you do for a living, what they do for a living. And there's been times when I've said to people that I'm a counsellor, and a lot of white people have looked at me in surprise. And some black people have looked at me with interest. This is just down to the colour of my skin, that people make judgments about what you could or should be doing compared to what you actually really do. And, let's step back, look at people's covers. Obviously we see them. Take a 10-second break and think, let me get to know this person, and then I can have a judgment on whether I dislike them, distrust them, want to know more about them, or I don't. Don't follow the script, as in first 7 seconds, first 10th of a second, and make your judgment. There are 2 types of knowledge. Now that's the ones that we're told about, like don't stick your finger up your nose, right? But we all love to do it anyway. And then there's ones that are acquired by us through our own experiences. Can you imagine? People have been killed in a matter of seconds just down to the perception of their cover. just down to the perception of their cover, killed in seconds. That's the kind of world we've inherited, and we're still living in it. But individuals can make change, and individual change makes a massive change. So bear that in mind and think that what you can do to make change. And here's some ideas, obviously, what I'm giving you now. There is a saying that foolish stay hungry. Saying that foolish stay hungry. Now I could apply that to a lot of things. There's a lot of foods that we need to eat, and if we don't eat them, we stay hungry. We stay hungry for knowledge, hunger for financial freedom, hunger for love and attachment to somebody else, hunger for valued friendships. The list is endless. I personally couldn't mention them all now. But open yourself up to learning. Don't stay hungry. Don't be foolish. Here's an example of seeing a cover and having the basic understanding of what it is, but ignoring it. And when you get a cigarette, you look at a cigarette packet, it says smoking causes cancer. We can read it, we can understand it, but for some reason we don't apply it to ourselves. Cigarette packets, it says cancer causes, smoking causes cancer. Now we can see it, we can understand it, and yet we choose to believe it doesn't apply to us. So what am I asking us to do? Spend some time. Spend some time. Don't judge a book without reading it. Give it some time, some thought. Bring the human angle to this situation. Remember, what are we leaving for future generations? Preconceived opinions are holding us back, and they don't help anybody. So, as normal, if you like this video, please leave some comments, share it with people, and try to stay positive. Take care of yourself. Until next time, bye for now.